Hello everyone, this is coadb.com, or the Coat of Arms database, and today we are briefly going to discuss 8 different coats of arms that belonged to people from Sweden. But before we get started, we wanted to let you know that we offer genealogy and ancestral research services. Please visit the link in our description. Typically, we are able to trace your ancestry back several hundred years, and we are able to assess whether or not your ancestors owned a coat of arms. The first coat of arms to discuss today belonged to the Breitholtz family of Sweden. Claes Breitholtz, born 1620, and Mauritz Breitholtz, who were brothers, were cavalry officers in the Swedish service, and they were knighted in 1650 and in 1653, respectively. Claus moved from Livonia to Sweden over a decade prior and continued the lineage of the family. They were the sons of Eberhard Bretholt II, who died in 1646, the governor of Reval's castle. Next to the coat of arms, we see an oil painting of Lieutenant Colonel Magnus Anders Breitholtz, the son of Claus. We also see an oil painting of Claes Axel Breitholtz, who lived from 1862 to 1958, and he was a Swedish military officer and commander of the Gotland Artillery Corps. Blazon, party per fess, azure, and gules, a linden tree vert, and overall a unicorn passant argent. Over the shield is an open helmet with the mantling azure and gules, doubled argent, and for the crest issuant out of a nobleman's coronet, a demi unicorn argent between 6 banners, azure, argent, and gules. The second family to discuss is that of Troll. The progenitor of this family was a knight named Birger Knutsen, who was also known as Birgi Trolli, who lived in the 1300s. One of his descendants, Gunnar Troll, was ennobled by King Eric of Pomerania in 1407. Another descendant, Frederick Troll, born 1693, seen on the left, was a farmer, politician, and commissary, the son of Captain Arvid Troll, who was ennobled in Sweden in 1689. On the right, we see Henrik af Troll, born in 1730, a Swedish naval officer and commander of the Swedish archipelago fleet, who was ennobled in 1772. He was the son of Danish Admiral Jorg Herman von Troll. The blazon is or a headless devil in profile gules, the dexter hand raised, and in the sinister hand holding the devil's head gules. Crest, a devil's head gules. Next is the Torsten family. The progenitor of this family was Torsten Lennartson, who was born in 1561. He was the governor of Alvsborg Castle, and he was ennobled in 1625. One of his descendants, seen here, was Lennart Torstenson, born 1603, who was a field marshal and commander-in-chief of Swedish troops. He was elevated as a count, the Count of Ortala, in 1647. The family's original coat of arms was blazoned azure, a chevron, or a leaf vert. But when Leonard was raised to count, he received a new, more elaborate coat of arms. Features cannons, likely because he was an artillery officer. Next is Kag, the Kag family. The progenitor of this family was Matthias Kag, a gunsmith who lived in the 14th and 15th centuries. One of his descendants, seen on the left, was Lars Kag, born 1595. He was a counselor and field marshal who was ennobled in 1653. On the right, we see Sophia Kag, born 1702, the daughter of Diedrich Kag. Now, she married twice, and she had 12 children. The coat of arms is blazoned azure with a pile or issuing from the dexter canton. The fifth coat of arms is Posey. The progenitor of this family was Jans Lag Posey, a counselor and knight who lived in the 15th century, who was the son of Niels Jensen Lupus. On the left, we see Arvid Posey, born 1789, a Swedish major, general, and counselor who fought in several battles in Poland. On the right, we see Arvid Mauritz Posey, born 1792, who was a Swedish count, seraphim knight, commander of the Order of the North Star, and a minister of justice. The blazon is argent with masonry gules, and the crest features two gauntleted arms holding masonry gules as in the arms. Seventh, we have the Fleming family. The progenitor of the Fleming family was a knight named Peder Fleming, who lived in Denmark in 1366 and later arrived in Sweden with King Eric of Pomerania. He had sons Magnus, Jens, Klaus, and Hermann, who were all knights. On the left, we see an oil painting of Henrik Claesen Fleming, born 1584, who was a warrior, diplomat, and land marshal, the son of Claes Fleming. On the right, we see another descendant, Otiliana Charlotte Fleming, who lived from 1743 until 1811. Blazon gules, 2 bars or between 8 roundels or tutus, or 3, 2, and 2. Seventh is Linny or von Linny. Carl von Linny, born 1707, seen on the left, was a Swedish botanist, zoologist, geologist, and medical doctor who laid the foundations for the modern system of nomenclature in biology. He was ennobled in 1757. His wife Sarah is seen on the right. The shield is divided into thirds, red, black, and green, for the 3 kingdoms of nature, animal, mineral, and vegetable, in the Linnean classification. In the center is an egg, quote-unquote, to denote nature, which continued and perpetuated in ovo. The crest is a twin flower, one of Linnaeus's favorite plants. And lastly, for the purposes of this video, we have the Maclear family. The progenitor of this family was a Swedish-Scottish merchant named Hans Maclear, who died in 1666. He married Anna Guberts and had 15 children with her, 10 of whom survived into adulthood. He was knighted on May 20th, 1649 by Queen Christina. His English nobility is known from a letter dated in Gothenburg in 1650, in which he is referred to as Sir John Mackley, and which describes his service to the English king in 1649 and 50. On the left, we see Peter Maclear, born 1644, a colonel and commander in Stralsund, Sweden. On the right, we see David Maclear, the son of Hans, who was elevated to the status of baron. Family's coat of arms is blazoned azure, a carnation vert, flowered of 5 argent on a terrace vert. If you enjoyed this video and would like to learn who your ancestors were and whether or not they owned a coat of arms, please visit us at coadb.com. We also offer high-resolution JPEG images of over 30,000 coats of arms for $13.99 US each. We also have merchandise such as t-shirts, mugs, posters, and canvas prints. Please visit us at coadb.com. Link in the description. Thank you very much.